What's up, guys? Gavin here, and today I will be reacting to the new AP Top 25 poll. Alright, so a lot happened in college football this weekend. I mean, it was a crazy, crazy weekend. First, we have what I pretty much anticipated, Texas A&M proving that they're not a top 10 team and falling short to Arkansas. And we had Clemson. That's right. Clemson fall to North Carolina State. Well, I guess now I will do a reaction video to the Clemson game, but we know that Clemson is no longer a player at all. And now let's just look at some notable rankings as we scroll through this AP Top 25 poll. So I agree with Alabama and Georgia at 1 and 2. Oregon definitely a number 3 team. Penn State at number 4. I'm a little hesitant, but honestly, looking at the other people in contention for number 4, I think that's a fair ranking for now. I think somebody may rise to beat Penn State, or maybe Penn State will finish out. Who knows? No one knows. It's only a third of the way through the college football season. Iowa is still at 5. Now, I'm not going to lie. Their showing yesterday was not too impressive as they won, 24-14 over Colorado State. Now, the Mountain West is a little bit better than they were the last year, but I feel like, if I'm going to be honest, it's hard to say, but I don't know. It just feels kind of suspicious with Iowa being number 5. I feel like maybe some other teams should be above Iowa, but maybe it's just me. And then Oklahoma number 6. I feel like maybe that's a little merciful to Oklahoma, considering that they barely beat West Virginia, Tulane, Nebraska, and then their only good game was blowing out something Carolina University. I can't even really, nobody knew who the freak they were before today. At least nobody who follows the FCS or the Division 2 or 3, whatever the heck they were. Bearcats at number 7. I agree with this one. I think Cincinnati is a top 10 team. I feel like maybe Arkansas should be a little bit higher, should swap them out. I feel like Arkansas has shown more of them, has taken on some better quality opponents. Though, I can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Cincinnati's win over Indiana. I guess we'll find out if they truly are a top 10 team next week, as they will take on Notre Dame. Speaking of which, Notre Dame... Sorry, I have a bad cold. But Notre Dame is now number 9, which I feel like moving up 3 spots. Honestly, I feel like that's kind of a fair ranking. They will take on some more pretty decent opponents to improve their rankings, but I was very impressed with Notre Dame's outputting against Wisconsin, especially that fourth quarter. Rest in peace, Graham Mertz. But, I like Notre Dame in the top 10. I feel like they are a top 10 team. It's just that they play to the level of their competition. So if they play a top 10 team, they could probably go toe-to-toe with them. But they could also go toe-to-toe with, the Florida States out there, The Gators, 3-1. Not the record's silly me. Number 10. I agree. I do agree that they should definitely be in the top 10. I just don't like the fact that Ohio State is still at number 11. I feel like Ohio State has kind of been a little too punished, in my opinion. First, I think that they should be a top 10 more than Cincinnati. I feel like they should be. I feel like they should be still at number 9 or 10. I feel like I don't understand why they decided to move Ohio State down. I guess Florida beating Tennessee was more impressive than. I mean, I guess that is true, but Ohio State has still been pretty dominant. Really, Oregon was really their only true terrible game that they played. But I mean, Ohio State can keep proving they can just keep winning, and they'll eventually get up there. Ole Miss number 12, I like that. We will see if Ole Miss is legit next week as they will head to Tuscaloosa and take on Alabama. BYU number 13. I I personally think that BYU and Michigan should probably possibly be switched. Though BYU has taken on more. Actually, no, Michigan barely beat Rutgers yesterday. That's right. I feel like 13 for BYU and 14 for Michigan is pretty fair. I agree with that. The BYU is kind of like Notre Dame. They'll play to the level of their competition, as every game BYU has played has been, pretty much to the level of their competition. So I feel like that is a fair ranking at number 13 for BYU. And Michigan, yes, I think that they should definitely be in the top 15. They could have probably blown out Rutgers a little more, but they have the rest of the season to go. I mean, we're only a third of the way through the season. So, I mean, I feel like Michigan will probably keep creeping their way up into the top 10 soon at the rate they're going. Texas A&M at number 15. I feel like that is probably where Texas A&M should be. I feel like this should be the highest Texas A&M should be until they show that they can be a better team to compete. Because, like I said in my video of previewing Texas A&M at Arkansas, Texas A&M has not been that impressive to me. They've taken on really, I mean, they just have not been that impressive. I mean, the only Power 5 team they beaten was Colorado, and that was by 3. 7-10 was that final score. And then they beat Kent State. Like I said in my preview video, anybody could beat Kent State. And any Power 5 team could probably beat the Lobos, New Mexico. Well, at least most Power 5 teams should be able to beat them. I'm sure LSU would manhandle them. I'm sure Stanford would manhandle them. Like, anybody could take down. I feel like. And Coastal Carolina at number 16, that should be expected. Coastal Carolina is not facing anybody significant this year. So, of course, they'll be up there because they play nobody. I'm dead serious, guys. I think Coastal Carolina is stupid. Yeah, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but I feel like it's just ridiculous that they're playing nobody. The most legitimate team they're playing for the rest of the year is Appalachian State, and they're not even a Power 5. So Coastal Carolina is going to get is probably going to remain in the top, go undefeated and remain in the top 15 because they play nobody. Michigan State, 17, I agree with that. Nebraska is proving to be more competitive than we've given them credit. Fresno State at number 18, I full-heartedly agree with this. Yes, you can argue they struggle against UNLV, but they still cruised back in that second half, and I think that showed the potential that this team will have. And I think Fresno State has a good chance at finishing 11-1 or 10-2. So I definitely agree that they're a top 20 team, and they're probably the best team in the Mountain West. Oklahoma State ranked. I definitely agree with that. Their number 19 is a good ranking for them. UCLA number 20, I like it too. I thought UCLA was more pathetic than they were. I thought Stanford was going to beat them, but it turned out UCLA is still pretty good, and they will. I think that staying in the top 25 is fair for UCLA. Better yet, top 20. Baylor finally ranked. Finally got what they deserve, taking down Iowa State, who is definitely overrated, and I said that in my last video as I did my college pick'ems. Iowa State was overrated. But Baylor is also underrated. They have been amazing, and I feel like they're building themselves back to the team that they were a few years ago. I feel like Baylor is going to have a good season, finish 9-3, like anywhere from 8 wins to 10 wins. I feel like Baylor can go. I mean, I haven't looked at their schedule yet, but I mean, I could predict Baylor later, but I mean, Baylor can definitely go 10 wins, 11 wins maybe, with how pathetic Oklahoma's been playing. I could see them losing to Texas, but beating Oklahoma. Auburn, 3-1. Yeah, they were just a little lackluster yesterday, but I agree they should probably stay in the top 25. North Carolina State, yes, I feel like staying in the top 25 is fair, as I think their only loss was to Wake. No, it was to Mississippi State, excuse me. They play Wake later in the season. My bad. Wake, though, I feel like is underranked. I personally think Wake Forest should probably be above Auburn and North Carolina State. Though, like I said, with the rest, they're just going to have to keep proving and winning. And then Clemson at number 25, which is probably too merciful. I feel like Texas should definitely swap out Clemson. But I'm not the AP Top 25, so I can't do a thing about it. But I don't think Clemson should be ranked anymore. They competed with Georgia. And then after that, and then they blew out some South Carolina State, I think. And they've been sucky in their ACC play so far. I definitely disagree with Clemson being in the top 25 still. I feel like Texas definitely deserves to be in there. Let's look at the rest. AP Top 25 rankings. As I ask Siri. Texas, Maryland, San Diego State, Boston College, SMU, Kentucky, LSU, Arizona State, Virginia Tech, Oregon State, Louisville, all ranked below Clemson. Classic AP poll. Well, there you have it, guys. I definitely disagree with Clemson. I feel like any of those teams below them should definitely overtake them, but I guess they'll just have to lose one more ACC conference game and they're done. They're gonzo. But we'll see how Clemson adapts. They're definitely out of the college football playoff, but they may still have hope. We don't know. We'll just see if Dabo is the coach that he was, before Clemson recruited ridiculously well. And yeah, guys, that's my reaction to the AP Top 25 this time around. I hope you guys enjoyed this. What are you guys' thoughts on the new poll? Let me know down below, and just let me know how I can improve and what content you guys would like to see. Hope you guys have a great night, and peace.